Hey there and welcome. Have you ever felt that little gap between the English you understand perfectly and the English you can actually speak? Well, if you're trying to get from good to great, you are definitely not alone. In this explainer, we're going to break down the most common roadblocks people face when speaking, and more importantly, we're going to give you the tools to smash right through them. Let's get into it.
So let's just get right to it, the big question. Why is speaking English fluently so darn hard? I mean, you can read, you can write, you totally understand what's going on, but then it's your turn to talk and something just doesn't click, right? Don't worry, this is an incredibly common feeling and we're about to figure out exactly why it happens. Okay, so the good news is this isn't some big unsolvable mystery. That feeling of being stuck, it almost always comes down to one or maybe a couple of these four really specific roadblocks. Think of this as our roadmap for today. We're going to identify each problem, and then we're going to pair it with a direct, actionable solution you can start using right away. So first things first, let's put a name to these challenges. Because you know what? Once you can actually identify what's holding you back, you can start to take it apart, piece by piece. These aren't walls, they're just hurdles, and we can absolutely learn how to jump over them. The first hurdle is a big one. It's simply a lack of confidence. It's that awful feeling when your mind just goes completely blank, or you feel so self-conscious about your accent or making a grammar mistake that you just freeze up. You know the knowledge is in there somewhere, but confidence is the key that actually unlocks it. All right, next up, the vocabulary gap. Oh, this one is so frustrating. It's that moment where you have this brilliant, complex idea in your head, but you find yourself stumbling, searching, you just can't find the right words to say it. It can really make you feel like you can't show people your true personality or how smart you actually are. And this one is a close cousin to a lack of confidence. It's hurdle number 3, a deep, real fear of making mistakes. That anxiety that someone might laugh at how you say a word or jump in to correct your grammar, it can be so paralyzing that it just feels easier to stay quiet. But here's the thing, staying quiet never leads to fluency. And finally, there's the mental translator. This is what happens when you're thinking in your native language first, and then translating every single sentence into English inside your head before you even try to speak. It is so slow, it's exhausting, and it makes real conversations feel totally unnatural and kind of clunky. All right, we've identified the problems. Now, let's get to the best part, the solutions. We're gonna move on and see how we can build from the ground up, starting with what is honestly the foundation of everything, your confidence. Look, confidence isn't something you're just born with. It's a muscle, and you have to build it, and you build it with practice. Let's talk about that fear of mistakes for a second. I want you to try a mental reframe. A mistake isn't a failure, it's just data. It's a little signpost showing you exactly what you need to work on next. So instead of fearing them, thank them. Focus on speaking every day, not on being perfect. Your goal isn't to be a flawless student anymore, it's to become a speaker who connects with people. Okay, next up, vocabulary. If you feel like you're constantly running out of words, please don't worry. Building up your personal word bank doesn't have to be some awful chore. It can actually be pretty fun and systematic. The secret here is to make it manageable. Please, do not try to learn the entire dictionary at once. Instead, just aim for, say, 5 new words a day. But here's the most important part. You have to learn them with example sentences that actually mean something to you. A word only truly becomes yours when you know how to use it. You can also mix in some passive learning like listening to music or sticking labels on things around your house. Every little bit adds up, I promise. Now here's a little secret weapon for building your vocabulary way faster. Instead of just memorizing a bunch of random words, start to focus on the patterns in the language. Learn the common spelling rules, prefixes like un or re, and suffixes like able or tation. You see, once you understand how words are built, you can start making really good guesses about new words you see, and you'll remember them so much more easily. It's kind of like learning the cheat codes for English. Now it's time to tackle that mental traffic jam we talked about, translating everything in your head. The goal here is to completely bypass that translator and start thinking directly in English. This is an absolute game changer for becoming fluent, and here's exactly how you can start doing it. This is a process you build up slowly, so start with just single words. As you walk around your house, just name things. Table, chair, window. Simple. Then, you can level up to simple sentences, all in your head. I am walking to the kitchen. I am making coffee. After that, Try having tiny conversations with yourself. Ask and answer simple questions. If you can dedicate just 5 minutes a day to this, you'll start to actually rewire your brain to make English its default setting. So now we have solutions for confidence, for vocabulary, and for thinking in English. The big question is, how do we combine all of this into a daily routine that we can actually stick with? Let's put together a daily practice plan. First off, I just want you to realize how many options you have. One of the sources we looked at listed 70, that's 70 different ways to practice your English. Now, the point isn't to feel overwhelmed and try to do all of them. No way. The point is that you have the power to pick and choose what actually works for you and what fits into your life. Above all else, the key is consistency. That's it. Just pick a few habits that you can actually stick with. Maybe for you, it's watching one episode of a show you love, first with subtitles, and then maybe try it without. Or perhaps it's recording yourself speaking for just 1 minute every single day. The best practice is simply the one you actually do. So find something you genuinely enjoy. And that brings us to the end. We've broken down the problems, and we've laid out a whole bunch of solutions. The only thing left to do is to take action. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. Don't wait for tomorrow or next week. What is the one small, simple thing you are going to do today to become the confident English speaker you want to be?